Good morning, everyone. This is Fred Emery, Vice President of Heartland Campus Solutions. I'd like to welcome you to providing your students with a true cashless campus. This webinar will be recorded and will be available for you to view online on our website. We will send out notification once that is posted. We additionally will be providing multiple webinars this semester for you, and notification will go out regarding those as well if you'd like to join. This webinar is in a listen-only mode. If you have any questions, please go to the GoToWebinar control panel. You'll see an area labeled questions. Simply click on that arrow and you can type in any questions that you may have. I'll try to answer them as they come up. However, I will allow time at the end for any additional questions that you may have. Again, I appreciate you joining us for providing your students with a true cashless campus. We'll begin by going over who Heartland Campus Solutions is, give you a little bit of background. Then we're going to talk a little bit about plastic, those plastic cards that everyone has in their wallets, credit cards, debit cards, and of course their campus ID card. We review the campus card itself and uses for the campus card on campus, areas of use, as I mentioned, and then going beyond the one card. What other areas of your campus can benefit from a cashless environment? So just a little bit about Heartland. Heartland Payment Systems is the fifth largest payment processor in North America. What that means is that we process more than 11 million transactions per day, credit and debit card transactions at retail merchants throughout the US. We process over $90 billion in transactions annually. We do have over 2,000 campus clients, ranging from campuses that we're working with on refund management to loan processing to tax assistance, and of course, one card. We have offices located in Princeton, Colorado Springs, Pittsburgh, Plano, Texas, Jeffersonville, Indiana. I bring this information up to you because Heartland Campus Solutions is a division of Heartland Payment Systems. Transactions are our business. Card transactions, these financial transactions, cashless transactions. It's what we do best, and we bring that knowledge to our campuses. And I'm hoping to share with you some additional information that you may be able to use on your campuses to help you provide that cashless campus. Now, when I say cashless campus, what I'm talking about is all areas where students can do a financial transactions. Where can they make a payment? And how do we remove cash from those type of transactions? Students don't carry cash, and as much as they used to years ago, I know myself, my friends, my colleagues, when we open up our wallets, it's all plastic. It's all about the plastic in our wallets. We're not carrying cash and utilizing paper or coin for our payments for the most part. I know I travel a lot. I go to hotels, and sometimes, I need to tip uh, the bell person when they're carrying in my bags or what have you. Um, and I open up my wallet and there's no cash in there. So I have to make a point to make sure that I'm carrying cash with me for small expenditures. But for the most part, everything I do is via plastic. In the US, there's more than 20 billion credit card transactions each year. That's $1.9 trillion in total value of these transactions. And 12.9% of US gross domestic product is done through credit card transactions. So that's a lot of plastic transactions that are going on, credit or debit cards. From this next graphic, you'll see that debit transactions actually surpass in percentage wise the transactions for credit card, and also pass for cash in the number of transactions. 22% for PIN-based debit card, 9% for signature required debit card, 7% for no PIN or signature credit card. Cash, you're only at 28%, and credit card is at 28%. So we're seeing a big swing to debit cards as well from people making their transactions. Now, how does this relate to the one card? One cards or a campus card are basically a debit type card in a closed loop situation. Now, there are 21 million students in the US. Now, if we just estimate, and it's hard to see all the transactions that would occur on a campus card or campus ID card or one card system, because they're going to different providers and closed loop systems, that it's all not pulled together for statistical purposes. But if half of those students, half of 21 million students in the US, have a campus ID card and made a single purchase a day during both the fall and spring semesters, we give them off on the summer, just this fall and spring semester, the estimated number of transactions would be 2,352,000,000 transactions per year on a campus card for financial use. That's a lot. We can take these transactions and help you to minimize the cash handling on your campus and provide enhanced services through the Campus One card. Let's get right into the nitty-gritty of the One card, the key to a cashless campus. What are students' expectation when they use their campus card for services and payments on campus? Well, they're looking for one source for all on and off campus payments and permissions. Looking for one card, one tool to allow them to do all of their financial transactions, so they don't need to carry the cash and deal with other type of methods of payment. Cash, as I mentioned, they don't have or they don't want to carry it. If I have my campus ID card, my Campus One card, that's what I need and that's what I'd like to do and utilize. Simplicity. Using the one card across campus for all payments and permissions, having that simple tool. And then, of course, convenience. Having the one card able to make those financial transactions in lieu of cash, whether it's in person, online, via mobile, or pretty much anywhere. So, how do we begin the process of advancing a cashless campus and utilizing the one card as the primary source of financial transactions um, across campus? First thing to do is look at all the different areas where you could possibly use that one card as a form of payment. Review where students are making payments, having transactions. Um, is it in the dining hall? Uh, Vending machines across campus, laundry rooms? Is it for parking? Fees in the library, bookstore, printing, buying tickets in the theater, and then of course other aspects. You know, getting into their residence hall. Card also can be used for permissions, and expanding that cashless use to permissions as well as financial transactions. The card itself. Let's look at the card. In order to do one card transactions or campus card transactions, you need to have a campus card. Now, Heartland can help you with that to produce that plastic card that your students will use across campus for their purchases and even off campus. We'll be able to help you by providing a native ID suite that's part of the one card system, the transaction processing system that you'll use on campus to accept the card. We utilize multiple type of card printers to produce the card, whether data card or HID. Uh, you can utilize standard CR80 magnetic stripe cards if you want, much like credit cards that you use everywhere, standard mag stripe cards. Or you can venture into contactless technology or a mixed technology, mag stripe with contactless technology. So your students would be able to just tap their card instead of swiping the mag stripe. You can encode either MyFair or read pre-encoded procs or iClass into your one card database. If you have different card formats that you want to produce for students or staff, we can manage to provide you multiple card formats through the ID production system with relations so that they'll print out the proper card for that individual and you won't need to think about what format you need to use, what the card needs to look like for a student as opposed to a faculty member. And of course, producing cards for temporary individuals, contractors, vendors that come on, or guest cards. And by all means, please remember that you can ask questions at any time. Feel free to just go over to the control panel, to the questions area, and type in any questions that you may have. I'd be happy to answer them. Once you produce that card for the students, what you need to do is add funds to it. You can have students come into your card office to take a photo um, if you'd like. However, additionally, you can utilize tools online to upload their student photo. So a student can go right to a website, provide you with their photo to produce the card. That would be One Card My Photo. Tell them what they can and can't do in terms of the picture, let them upload that photo, and then, of course, you can, as an administrator, approve that photo. It goes into the ID system and allows you then to produce the card for them. As I mentioned, once you have that card, you've produced you've taken the photos either in your office or had them upload the photos, produce the card. The next thing is getting funds onto the card so that students can utilize it. Obviously, they can come into an office and make a payment, your student accounts office, your card office, even your dining office, to make a payment to that one card to make purchases on campus. However, there are so many tools nowadays for self-serve options for loading funds to the card. Uh, that foot traffic coming to those offices will decrease tremendously. Of course, you have the web. Students can go online, go ahead and log into a website, and make a deposit to their card. Example here of a branded web management tool for one of our campuses, Dalhousie University. Allows the student to log in and make deposits to their Campus One card. In addition to online via a website, students can also manage that account and make deposits via a mobile application, My Account Mobile. So not only can they go to the website to make a deposit, see their balance, get their transaction history, but they can do it right from their mobile phone. That makes it quite easy for them, and it even allows them to submit their photo right from the mobile application. You can see here some screenshots of the mobile application. They can see their account balance, deposit funds, submit their photo, uh, report their card lost or stolen, get their account history and statements right from that mobile application. In addition to the web and mobile, students can utilize a device like Account Central, a kiosk that is utilized for students to make deposits to their account, view their history and their transactions, check their balance, all from a self-serve kiosk. It's a great tool, very meaty piece of hardware that allows you to make deposits to your one card as a self-serve means. Now, once students load funds to the one card, if they're doing declining balance transactions, we look at areas of use. One of the biggest areas of use, of course, is campus dining. Now, dining locations can accept a declining balance for purchases in a la carte or retail locations. Hamburger and fries and a soda adds up to $6. Swipe the card and deduct that amount off of a balance that the student loaded. Or they can use meal plans. Set up a 14 meal plan, a 20 meal plan a week, 21 meals a week, 120 meals a semester, X amount of dollars per day or per week. Those meal plans will also help you to reduce the cash flow going through those locations and allow your students the convenience of just using their card in that cashless society of your campus. One card dining seamlessly integrates to the full campus one card system. We'll be able to provide you with both software and hardware to accept the card, ring up the transactions, track your inventory, utilize scales for weighing items that, let's say it's salads, or a number of campuses that we work with do weighted yogurt, frozen yogurt, or deli meat or salads, all on a scale. Barcode scanners for prepackaged items, kitchen displays for preparing food in the back area once it's been ordered at the cash register. The POS will allow you to do discounts and even show one card photo from the ID card right on the screen on every transaction. So when you swipe the card, it'll just pull that photo from the database and show it. That helps you reduce fraud within the system. The system is designed for fast processing with minimal keystrokes. We do use an all-in-one point-of-sale terminal. Uh, the computer part of it, the PC, is embedded within the touchscreen monitor so that it doesn't have separate parts. It is an all-in-one unit, cuts down on counter space, wires, and is a very attractive unit. The point of sale system is designed to be sleek and quick for the cashier with minimal training. They simply tap the items that they want to ring up for that student and swipe the card. The quickest transaction is a one card. Of course, it's just choose the items and swipe the card. No change, no processing to the outside, which takes a little bit longer, like a credit card does. And it is quick and easy for them to utilize and learn. I've been at conferences where I've had individuals come into our trade show booth and look at the POS, and they were able to process the transaction on it with a one card in a matter of seconds without any training. Just choose the items and swipe. It's very quick and easy. In addition to dining, the one card can be used pretty much anywhere that a debit card would want to be accepted, any type of declining transaction that you'd want to process. For example, print management, vending, laundry, bookstore, library, for activity expenditures, buying tickets, going to that movie series on campus, uh, charging for a lecture or an event, using a service such as a rec center or health center, charging for those services, all can be done with the one card in the campus one card system. We understand we do provide software and hardware for you. We're providing the one card transaction system. However, we do understand that you may have some solutions on campus that you would like to integrate to accept the one card and not remove, such as bookstore and print systems. So if you have those on campus, we do have some standard integrations. However, if you come across one that we have not integrated before, all we ask is that the third party that provides the software, that has developed that software, signs a non-disclosure agreement with us, and we'll simply provide them with our API, basically the keys to the kingdom. And it'll tell them, the API allows them and tells them how to communicate to the one card database and process a card transaction. It uses straight web services, and our engineers can assist as needed, but it's a very simple way for third parties to communicate to one card and process your campus card for a transaction. As an example, one of the biggest areas where we have integrations is in print management. We have integrations to all the major print systems: Pharos, ePrint, GoPrint, Weeper, pCounter, PaperCut, Equitrack. They all have integrations to the one card system. So if you have a print solution in place, it allows you to continue using it. However, integrate it to the one card to accept your campus one card as a form of payment for those prints. Uh, you don't have to be managing a separate balance or a separate solution for tracking the payments. Your standard one card that could be used anywhere you want on campus as a form of payment can be used in your print solution as well. It's not only limited to network printing, network laser type printing. It also translates over to copy control. If your solution is a multifunction device with on the glass type of processing, that can work as well. If it's a straight copier, we can attach a secondary reader to it that will accept the one card and communicate directly to that copier. We have relationships with all the main copy companies, all the major players out there: Xerox, Sharp, Canon, Toshiba, Konica Minolta, just to name a few. They all work with our solution, and we're able to control those copiers or multifunction devices. Just let us know which one you have on campus, and we'll be able to provide the necessary tools to connect to them and communicate to those copiers. Additionally, bookstore. This is probably the second biggest integration point that we see on campuses. And again, we can utilize the standard point of sale terminals that are on campus now in these bookstores to accept the one card as a form of payment, and also reduce the cash that's coming in and checks for book payment. Uh, a lot of students come in with a check. It takes a little bit longer. There's some extra steps that need to be done that adds to the time of every transaction and can help increase the length of the lines on book checkout. Reducing the number of checks, reducing the amount of cash transactions where change needs to be exchanged is a good thing. It reduces the lines and gets students in and out quicker. Simply ring it up on the POS as you normally would and swipe your one card to process the transaction. Laundry. Many campuses have laundry facilities in their residence halls. One card can be used as a form of payment in those locations and reduce all of the coins that are going through those laundry machines. Laundry providers are very happy to add cards for the most part, card readers to the laundry rooms, because it reduces the cash handling. It may seem what's the big deal of reducing cash handling or a coin that's coming in? But it's actually very expensive to manage the coin that goes into a laundry machine. You have to collect it, which there could be a loss of those funds in transit. Um, Once you collect it, you need to count it, you need to package it, and deposit it with the bank. The counting and the packaging and the deposit of that amount of coin out of laundry machines is quite expensive for a laundry provider. And if you self-operate your own laundry, you're probably aware that that is an expense to the campus. Placing the campus card system as part of your laundry solution, where the card is used as a form of payment for your laundry as opposed to coin, removing the coin slots can reduce those expenses. So we are able to provide a complete solution for payment on your laundry machines. Two methods that we utilize. One is called a gang controller. It's a laundry concentrator where there is a single unit on a wall. You swipe the card and choose the laundry machine you'd like to activate by number. There'd be a number on every washer or dryer. The second is our wave rider system, which has a card reader, which you see here in the lower right-hand corner on each laundry machine. That communicates wirelessly using Zigbee technology. Zigbee is sort of Bluetooth on steroids to a central controller. So there's no wires in the room to each of the machines. You don't have to run cabling from a central controller to a laundry machine. Those wires cost a lot of money to lay, to provide, and to put into those rooms. So we remove those, and that saves you some money on new installation. The laundry concentrator, it's called Wave Central, communicates via wireless technology as well to the one card system. So it's a complete wireless solution. It can also accept credit and debit cards, as do all of our terminals. So if a student doesn't have money on their one card, but they do have another card in their wallet, say a Visa card or MasterCard or some sort of Visa Master debit card, Discover, Amex, whatever, it can be processed and activate the laundry machine. Additionally, here's an example or diagram of how it all works. As I mentioned, you have the wave controller here in the room, and the readers in the washers and dryers communicating over Zigbee technology, and the wave controller communicating wirelessly to the one card system. It can be done cellular or other methods. We can also provide the students with a means to check availability of laundry machines, a washer, dryer, see if they're machine that they have loaded their laundry in is complete. I remember when I was in college, I'd have to go up and down the 13 flights to the laundry facility in the tower. Now the student can just get a text and they know when their laundry is available for them. In order to accept the card at various areas, you need terminals to do it as well. We talked about printers, we talked about dining, we talked about laundry. But there's also areas where we're not connecting or controlling a machine, a vending machine, or a laundry machine. You just might be accepting the card for payment of an activity, taking $5 off someone's card, or not need a full point of sale terminal in a cafeteria, but just want to swipe the card to take off a meal or deduct $5 off of a card for a hamburger. We're able to do that a couple of different ways. One is with a mobile transaction terminal called M-Authenticate. It's available for iOS right now, and Android is in process. It can be run on your iPhone, your iPod Touch, your iPad, iPad Mini, and it will allow you to accept the One Card as a form of payment, whether it's a MagStripe, MyFair card. Simply ring up the item and swipe the card and process the transaction, deduct that $5, deduct that meal count from the card. You can use multiple card reader devices with your standard iPhone or iPod Touch or iPad to process the One Card, including a Bluetooth card reader with built-in receipt printer. So it's all available for you. So anywhere that you want to accept the card, just bring out an iPad or an iPhone with the card reader and you're all set, ready to accept the One Card as a cashless form of payment. Here you see on the left-hand side, M-Authenticate running on an iPad in a stand that is secure. It locks the iPad in there, and it has a card reader attached to it. So you can bolt it down on a counter if need be, or carry it with you wherever you need to go. The terminal here on the right is our Quattro terminal. That's an all-purpose financial meal debit transaction terminal that will be available for you to utilize to accept the One Card. Standard desktop type card reader to accept the One Card as a form of payment. In addition to your dining and your vending and your laundry, events is another area where the One Card can assist with reducing cash handling and providing a cashless campus. We have a product called Box Office, which allows you to sell tickets to events online. The student simply goes to a website, they enter in the area that they may want to sit, choose section 102 or the first tier. It'll provide then suggested seats at that price level. They can accept it and then pay for it with their One Card or another form of payment such as a credit or debit card, a branded credit or debit cards. They then receive the tickets in a PDF format which they can print right then and there or come into their email. Bring the ticket to the event and it'll be scanned with a barcode reader. So it's much like Ticketmaster or other ticket systems that you might have seen when you're going to a outside concert or sporting event. This, though, is operated and managed by you as a campus, and you can utilize it for any type of event that you may have. And you set up the venue, the seating charts, and what have you, and the price for each seat, and it'll allow the students as well as community members to make purchases of those tickets and have their assigned seats. Just received I just received a question in. Can you limit the number of tickets sold to a student? That answer is yes. You can provide a maximum number of tickets that can be purchased at any given time by the person making that purchase, and that's true for students or community members. You might limit it to, okay, this concert, you're only allowed to buy 2 tickets, you're only allowed to buy 1 ticket, and you can do that based upon classification. So maybe a student is allowed to buy 2 tickets, but from the outside, if they're paying credit card or whatnot, they can buy more. That is available for you within the system. Mobile ordering. We work with a partner called Topingo to provide mobile ordering both on campus and off campus. A lot of campuses, you have your on-campus dining, um, retail type dining. It might be a Starbucks or a Chick-fil-A or a la carte location where you buy, a hamburger and fries or a slice of pizza or what have you. It's not your traditional all-you-can-eat location where you pay first and then, you know, uh, you can just choose whatever you want and go back as much as you'd like. It's all a la carte. Topingo allows us to provide our clients with a mobile application, a mobile and web-based application that they can go online right from their mobile phone, open up the app, place an order for their food, and then it'll notify them when it's ready. They go to the location and pick it up. So this is a great tool. It eliminates a lot of lines, gets the processing going, reduces the cashier um, from having to process that transaction because it's all done right from the mobile application. They can store in the internal Topingo wallet their one card as well as a credit or debit card to process that transaction. You could do it on campus, but you can also do it off campus. It's a great solution for helping to expand your one card into the off campus community and increase the service points of where your student card can be accepted for payment. Um, they are a partner of ours, and we are looking forward to assisting our campuses with this service. I think it's a great tool for providing additional services for students, making their food purchases a lot quicker than they have been in the past. Now, we talked about um, all the different areas of using the Campus One card. Well, not all of them, but many of them. So, pretty much anywhere that you'd want to accept the One card as a form of payment, we're able to assist you with that. With our M Authenticate application or a Quattro terminal or a vending terminal. What we need to know is where you want to accept the payment, and we can provide you the proper terminal in order to accept the card. And you can really eliminate any location from accepting cash if you'd like to for the students. However, once you have that card, you can use it for other services such as access and security. Um, We do provide one card access and security. It's an online system with group-based security, allows you to utilize that card for access control, door entry, with automatic lock and unlocks of the doors at preset times. Those are called open hours mode. You can control up to 32 doors from a single door controller, single multi-door controller, uh, both wired and wireless, your choice. Magnetic stripe card, Prox, iClass, MyFair, doesn't matter what type of card you're using. You can allow the students to utilize it for entry into any type of facility or door that you choose. Um, it could also be used for tracking activity entrance or event entrance. We also are able to monitor all of your alarms, provide you with tools so you can monitor your alarms, whether they're forced door type alarms, fire alarms, motion detection, any type of intruder detection. It can all be pulled into our master security solution with a graphical campus map and floor plan of each building. When those alarm conditions come in, simply click on it. It'll pull up the floor plan and show you exactly where that alarm is occurring and how the security personnel should respond to that alarm condition. In addition to using your campus card as a form of payment and privilege control. Another area is refund management. Harlan is able to provide you with the tools to eliminate the checks that are going out to the students that may be cashed by them, and then cash is going going through the campus being used for expenditures, by providing a branded card. We use the Discover Network primarily to your students for their refunds and financial aid disbursements. It can also be used on campus as a form of payment and can be combined with your one card uh, as one identification tool. So your students get their financial aid dispersed to this account, access it through this card, and they can use it in the dining locations and vending locations just as they would any other credit or debit card. So it's another tool that helps you to remove or reduce the amount of cash that is on your campus and helps you to provide that ca- cashless solution for your students on campus. Now, you might be asking what's next beyond the plastic. Well, that is actually subject matter for another webinar, which will be coming up next week. We'll be sending out announcement invites right after this webinar, sometime later today. You should get an invitation just as you did for this one. Feel free to accept that invitation, register for that webinar, and we're going to discuss on that one the mobile card. Bring in your campus credential into a mobile ID. That should prove to be an excellent topic, and I hope you all are able to join us for that one as well. So if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in now and be happy to answer them. I do appreciate you all joining us today for this webinar. We are available to come talk to your campus. Heartland would be happy to come visit you and do an evaluation, a walkthrough at no additional cost, of course, to talk to you about how the one card system could help you, how it can help you provide that cashless environment for your campus. Just let us know, and we'd be happy to come to your campus and visit with you and present to you and show you how you may utilize the one card for that cashless environment. My email address is here, as well as our phone number and website. Feel free to visit our website. And if you have any questions that pop up later, by all means, feel free to email or call, and we'd be happy to answer those questions. Again, my name is Fred Emery, and I'm Vice President of Heartland Campus Solutions. I do have another question that came in. This is from a client that actually has the one card system in place already, and they're currently trying to implement the virtual DCT. We recommend this new product instead of the virtual DCT. I'm assuming you're speaking of Alberto. I'm assuming you're speaking of the M Authenticate. Um, it's a different type of terminal. It's an excellent one, and we can review it with you. The virtual DCT is utilized more on PCs. That's a PC-based application. We do have the mobile DCT. M Authenticate will eventually replace the mobile DCT. It's a much more robust application. Um, so I think that the best thing to do is evaluate what exactly you're using it for or plan to use the virtual DCT for, whether PC or mobile based, and we can recommend the proper application for that area. Feel free to shoot me an email or give me a call, and Mike Weiss or myself can assist you as well. If you're moving into off-campus solutions, um, mobile DCT or M Authenticate both will work fine in those locations. I actually have a very big fondness for M Authenticate. I think it's an awesome tool and application. So I lean more towards that, of course, as opposed to the mobile DCT. But let's look at the locations and see which one is the best one to launch at those. It might be a mixture. Some off-campus locations may be better served by the mobile DCT, and some may be better served by M Authenticate. But they're both available for you, and it actually uses the same licensing. So you can choose which app you want to utilize at those locations. Do we have any other questions? No, if not, I'll give you another moment to um, type in any questions that you may have. And again, I thank you all for joining us. I appreciate you participating in this webinar, and I look forward to seeing you on additional ones. Again, you'll be seeing invitations coming out for us. We have one scheduled pretty much every week for the next semester. I think we have 5 or 6 total webinars planned over the next several weeks. So if you have any questions, let me know. I appreciate you attending, and I thank you very much. Have a great day.